Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Jen from Root to Rise Physical Therapy and Pelvic Health. This is going to be a really gentle flow, just something to kind of ease the mind, open the body, find softness on this Friday. So if you'd like to follow along, we're going to begin in child's pose. So come onto your mat, bring your hands and your knees to the floor, and then take your knees a little bit wider than your hips, actually as wide as you'd like. Take a nice big breath into your belly. And then as you exhale, just let the hips just rock back with gravity. Let them land on your heels. And then slowly bring your body, your upper body down towards the earth. You can let your arms reach forward and your forehead melt on the ground. And we'll begin by just landing here, feeling the ground below the body. Feeling the forehead center grounded to the earth, letting the weight of your head go. Start to notice where any tension is present in your awareness. Just take a couple gentle breaths in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. With every inhale, fill up a little bit more. With every exhale, let the weight of your body be supported by the ground. You might begin to bring awareness to the breath as it travels down into the pelvic bowl. Now as you inhale, feel the sit bones spreading wide. Allow yourself to settle a little longer. It might feel nice to just rock your hips side to side, rocking your forehead center on the earth. Take another big full breath as you find stillness. Open your mouth, exhale. Now reach forward long, find length like your shoulders are coming up towards your ears and your fingertips are reaching away from your toes. And then on your exhale breath, walk your hands over to the left side. And so as you keep reaching long, we'll walk those hands maybe even off the mat on the left side. Reach forward and then let your head rest again, heavy on the ground. As you inhale, visualize each rib on the right side body getting more and more expanded and open, more space between each one. Stay grounded through your hips. Take another inhale. Stay here on your exhale. On your inhale, that invitation to reach forward again and back to center, and then we'll slowly bring the arms over to the right this time. You'll notice a different experience here on this side. You might shimmy your hips a little bit as you settle in, and let the forehead again rest down to let go of the weight of your head. Start to notice what you feel here. Keep your pelvis heavy. And then again, invite that length and space into the left side body between each rib. Feeling the breath travel all the way down into the pelvis. And just be here in this moment. On your next inhale, walk your hands back towards center. Reach forward once more and then spread your fingers wide, walk them a little wider apart. And then on your inhale, bending your elbows, pull yourself forward. Walk your knees so that they're underneath your hips. Then with softness in the elbows, you can press the tops of your feet into the earth, spreading the fingers. Take an inhale for cow pose. Pulling your hands towards your hips, finding length. As you exhale, press into the earth, draw the lower belly up and in as you let your head hang heavy and the back of your heart shine towards the sky. And then come towards a middle place between the two. So our neutral spine, neutral gaze, right down between the hands. Walk the hands a little closer together, now maybe an inch or so apart from one another. And then soften the left elbow as you press into the ground. Inhale and reach the right arm high. Really feel the rotation through the thoracic spine behind the heart space. Then as you exhale, scoop the right arm underneath the left, coming down onto the shoulder. the side of your head, or you can always look straight down if that feels better on your neck, and let the forehead center be on the ground. From here, let the left arm reach forward on the mat, and then scoot and shimmy your pelvis, kind of like you were in child's pose, just back in space, just to find that length along the spine again. Unloading the low back and the hips and the pelvis. Breathing into the left side body. Reaching and reaching with those fingers. Stay here and just settle into this intentional shape. And just place the body in this way, and then breathe and just receive. And then you can stay, or take the left arm and lift it towards the ceiling. And then wrap it around your low back. And then roll that left shoulder towards the right hip. You might stay here like this, or if you found that it was more supportive, more spacious for you to keep the left arm on the floor, you can do that as well. Now here, breathe into the belly, breathe into the hips. Soften your jaw. Stay for another inhale. And another exhale. As you inhale, lift the left arm back up, and as you exhale, plant the hand down in front of your gaze, and then sweep the right arm up towards the right once more. Really feel that rotation through the heart, and then release your right hand to the floor. Keep those hands close together, and then inhale and find your cow pose. And exhale and press into the earth, feeling the shoulder blades spreading apart from one another, low back rounds too. Now find your middle, place that natural curve in the low back. The gaze down towards the earth. Press firmly into the right hand, softening the right elbow, and lift the left arm up. Again, find the rotation. And then exhale, scoop underneath. I always say scoop in this one. And then take the left arm, reach it out long, coming down into the left side of your head, and reach that right arm forward, and then shimmy your hips back. It's even okay to like wag your tail. Wag your hips side to side, just feeling that buoyancy and that like resiliency in your body. And then maybe find a nice pause where you feel the most sensation of space. And breathe and receive and find what is here for you. There's no rush. There's nowhere to go in this moment. Even if your to-do list is long, it's not here with you on the mat. Now you stay here or take the right arm and reach it up towards the ceiling, really far up. So you get that length and lift, and then maybe internally rotate the shoulder, back of the hand towards your sacrum, and wrapping the arm around the low back, and that right shoulder moves back in space towards the left hip. Let's stay here for a few more breaths. Breathe. Now release that hand. Reach it back up, and as you exhale, place your hand down in front of your gaze and press into the earth as you reach again, the counter rotation all the way up to the left. And then release that hand down to the earth, and we'll keep those palms towards one another just for a moment to take another cow pose, lift the heart, and cat pose round. Come to your neutral table, and then walk your hands so they're back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes under, really press into the big toe mounds. Take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, just lift the weight of your knees and then press your hips up and back for downward facing dog. We'll take a few moments here in down dog. We'll soften the knees to lift the pelvis up and back, and then press into the ground as you wrap your biceps inwards, externally rotating your shoulders and pushing the floor away. Now from here, you might pedal out your dog, let your hips sway side to side. Feeling a little of that buoyancy and that fluid movement, circulation, waking up the toes, letting the head the whole time be heavy, the jaw relaxed, the breath full. Good. And then walk your feet towards one another, and then slowly exhale, just draw your knee towards your nose and step the right foot to the right hand. We'll drop the back knee to the earth. And then keep the left hand on the floor as you take your right hand to your right thigh. You can untuck your back toe if you like, toes. And then press your head into your thigh and just find this lift of your heart up as you rotate again your thoracic spine to the right. Find some ease in your neck. Press your left shoulder away from your ears. You again soften the left elbow and press the ground away. Press firmly into your right heel, pull it towards your left. Feel that activation of the legs and a little bit of the core, help you to create more space above. Now you could take your arm towards the ceiling, or you could bend your left knee and reach back for your left foot. Wherever you are, stay for 3 more breaths. You can always look down if that feels softer on your neck. On your next exhale, release your head if you have that connected. Inhale, reach your arm high. And then exhale, place that right hand to the inside of your right foot. We'll take lizard, so we're just gonna be gentle here today. So you can untuck your back toes again if they were tucked. You can take a block for your forearms, or you can come right down either on your hands or on your forearms. We'll stay here and breathe. And for this one, you know, you can let your knee fall way out. Some people like that version. Just, I encourage you to start at least with some intention of grounding your whole right foot on the floor. And just finding a little bit of, just seeing what sensations you can find there before just letting the knee open. You might be surprised. We'll stay for about 6 to 7 breaths. Really good breaths. Take another full inhale. Exhale. Now when you're ready, press your hands back into the floor if you were on your forearms. I like to just take a moment to just kind of unlock or like release that hip a tiny bit. Maybe circling the hips in a few directions. And then eventually just kind of loop that right knee back underneath your right hip. And we'll exhale and tuck the toes under and press back to downward facing dog again. Set up your down dog. We're not staying here long, but set it up so that it's like you are, right? So we're intentional about each shape. And then on your exhale breath, we'll take the left foot to the left hand and gently bring the right knee to the floor this time. From here, we'll take that right hand and press it firm as the softness in your right elbow, kind of wrapping that elbow in and stabilizing that shoulder, untuck your back toes. We'll take the left hand to the left thigh just to kind of set this up and draw the lower belly in, then rotate your heart to the left. Now from here, with activation down and into the left heel, pressing into the earth and pulling towards the right shin, maybe then lift the left arm high. You can stay just like this, is pressing down to lift up and find length is great and perfect. And if you want a little more sensation or you're hoping to open the front line of your thighs and hips, you might bend the right knee and then reach back for your right foot with your left hand. Try to do this though without the compromise of your right shoulder moving away from your ear and your left knee staying in line for the most part rather than letting it flop way out. Now in all of these sensations, can you find some easeful breath here? Good, one more time, full breath in, full breath out. Slowly release hand and foot if they're connected. Reach the left arm high again, and then we'll bring it right down inside the left foot. We'll scoot the right knee back. Settling here, finding softness. And then decide to stay on your hands or come down to your forearms either on a block or on the floor. See where you can find some ease. And when strong sensations come up, see if you can use that as a little invitation to find a little bit more intention towards your breath. You stay for 4 more breaths here. Soften around your shoulders and your jaw. Take another big full breath in and full breath out. Slowly unravel and lift yourself from this shape. You can just hook your hips or move your hips back in space, maybe moving them around a few times if your knee is okay. And eventually we're just gonna come back down and then around just to be on our backs. Now lie down on your back. Once you arrive on your back, let the earth support you, and then on your exhale breath, take your knees into your chest. We'll reach through the knees and hold the outer feet, and then come into happy baby pose. So we'll just let the feet raise up towards the sky and then open the feet wide, and just kind of allow for the inner thighs to open. And if this is challenging for you to reach your feet, you can certainly just hold your outer shins or even the backs of your knees. So we want to just lie here and breathe into some soft sensation. And I invite you to send your breath deep into the pelvis, deep into your lower abdomen, and all the way around to your low back. The weight of your femur bones get heavy from the assist of gravity. Stay connected to the length of your inhale. See if you can match the length of your exhale. And then slowly from here, you can stay here as long as you'd like. We're just going to come into final rest now, so you can take your knees when you're ready and bring them towards one another, and eventually just allow the feet to land on the earth. Might just take a moment and press your thighs forward, maybe rocking the hips side to side a little bit. And then eventually from here, you can just land with your legs out long. You can let your arms come along your side, and then just take a few moments here to transition, to allow yourself to rest in the benefits of the practice. Shavasana.